raise a sweet, crunchy carrot, but many gardeners find them a bit tricky to grow. Harvest these root vegetables after they've been through a few frosts to sweeten them up. Here's what you need to know in order to grow carrots in your garden. Carrots are a cool season crop grown in spring. They are an excellent source of vitamin A and add color to a meal. They can be served cooked or raw. This popular vegetable has a natural sweetness, especially the homegrown carrot, because the sugar that makes a carrot sweet begins to be replaced by fiber as it ages in the grocery stores. Plus, the home gardener has so many more varieties to grow, from Belgian to purple dragon to Parisian heirlooms that are round. Not all carrots are the grocery store shape. In fact, don't expect to get perfectly straight grocery store carrots. Your carrots will still taste better, whatever their shape. Carrots have a reputation of being difficult to grow, especially in heavy, compacted soil. However, with a little effort, you can indeed grow carrots. Planting. Carrots prefer sunny locations, 6 to 10 hours of sun. The soil itself should be free-draining. This is one of the few crops that actively benefits from sandier soils. You don't want your soil to be too rich either, or the carrots can't reach down. If your garden is made up of hard, clay soil, grow carrots in containers or raised beds at least 8 inches to 12 inches high. When to plant carrots? Carrot seeds can be sown about 2 to 3 weeks before the last spring frost date. Ideally, you want the soil to have both dried out and warmed up a little after the winter. Seeds germinate after the soil temperature is at least 40 degrees and germinate best at 55 to 65 degrees, not exceeding 75 degrees Fahrenheit. Want to check your soil's temperature but don't have a soil tester? Then check out our 4-in-1 soil tester, which will help you out to measure the soil moisture, temperature, and sunlight level of plants, so you can take better care of your flowers and plants. Link is given in the description. High summer temperatures reduce growth, decrease quality, and cause bitter or off flavors to develop. For a fall harvest, sow seeds in mid to late summer, starting about 10 weeks before your first fall frost. How to plant carrots. Prepare the site by tilling to a depth of 10 inches. Make sure there are no rocks, stones, or even soil clumps. Amend soil with compost and 6 inches of sandy topsoil if your soil isn't loose and airy. We recommend double digging to be certain. We recommend sowing seeds directly in the garden or wherever you plan to grow them, rather than transplanting. Carrots do not like to have their roots disturbed. Sow 1/4 inch deep, 2 to 3 inches apart in rows 1 foot apart. Tip: try to distribute seed in an even fashion so that seeds don't grow together. The seeds are pretty tiny and it's very easy to sow them too thickly. If you've not got the steadiest hand, then a simple tip is to mix the seeds with fine sand to spread the seeds out. You can then sow pinches of your sand seed mix instead. Then just cover the seeds over. Keep the soil moist with frequent shallow waterings. For small carrot seeds to germinate, the soil mustn't form a hard crust on top. Cover with a layer of fine sand, vermiculite, or compost to prevent a crust from forming. If you put your finger in the ground, it should be moist, but not wet, to the middle knuckle. Carrots are sometimes slow to germinate. They require 14 to 21 days to emerge, so don't panic if your carrots don't appear right away. Planting radishes with carrots helps minimize the crusting problem and helps you keep track of where the carrot seeds were planted. Sow quick germinating radish seeds between carrot rows. The radishes will grow quickly, and by the time the carrots really start to grow, the radishes can be harvested. For a continued harvest, plant carrots every 4 weeks through midsummer. Growing. Gently mulch carrots to retain moisture, speed germination, and block the sun from hitting the roots directly. When seedlings are an inch tall with 3 to 4 true leaves, thin so that they stand 3 to 4 inches apart. Ensure carrots receive 1 inch of water per week, either through rain or watering. Do not overwater carrots. Weed diligently, as carrots do not like struggling against weeds, but be careful not to disturb the young carrot's roots while doing so. Fertilize 5 to 6 weeks after sowing. We recommend a low nitrogen fertilizer, as excess nitrogen in the soil promotes top or foliage growth, not roots. Harvesting. How do you know when your carrots are ready? Have a little root around and check the approximate width of the roots by looking at the neck of the root. The first roots should be ready as soon as 2 months from sowing. Generally, the smaller the carrot, the better the taste. Carrots should be about as wide as your thumb, or at least 1/2 of an inch in diameter. Younger and shallower roots should come away easily enough, simply by gripping them firmly at the base of the foliage. It often helps to push down on the root first, and then give it a twist as you gently pull upwards. Larger, longer roots, particularly those of main crop carrots that are sown for winter eating, may need to be eased up with the help of a fork. Harvest in stages, or as roots reach full size. In this way, you'll stagger your harvest over many weeks. If you're growing carrots in the spring and early summer, harvest before daily temperatures get too hot, as the heat can cause carrot roots to grow fibrous. If you are harvesting in the fall, carrots taste much better after 1 or more frosts. A frost encourages the plant to start storing energy, sugars, in its root for later use. Following the first hard frost in the fall, cover carrot tops with an 18-inch layer of shredded leaves to preserve them for harvesting later. Note: carrots are biennial. If you fail to harvest and leave the carrots in the ground, the tops will flower and produce seeds in the next year. How do you store fresh carrots? To store freshly harvested carrots, twist or cut off all but 1/2 inch of the tops. Scrub off any dirt under cold running water and air dry. Seal in airtight plastic bags and refrigerate. If you simply put fresh carrots in the refrigerator, they'll go limp in a few hours. You may leave mature carrots in the soil for temporary storage if the ground will not freeze and pests aren't a problem. Carrots can also be stored in tubs of moist sand or dry sawdust in a cool, dry area. Wit and wisdom. Not all carrots are orange. Varieties vary in color from purple to white, and some are resistant to diseases and pests. Long-lasting carrots are rich in sugar and a great source of vitamins and carotene. The Irish called carrots underground honey due to this root vegetable sweetness. Carrots were the first vegetable to be canned commercially. Today's video finishes here. We hope you liked the video and understood everything clearly. We will recommend you to watch our next video about how you can plant, grow, and harvest the garlic. If you have any queries, then comment, and we will get back to it in near future. Thank you.